There are plenty of games where your main task is to run a store or work a job. Discounty is once again one of those games. Go to work, stock the shelves, but it's also a game that's full of grounded personal stories, intrigue and mystery, and a burning sense of community. In Discounty, you're tasked with the goal of taking over your aunt's supermarket. A relatively simple premise to start off with, and quite often how a lot of these life sims kick off. You arrive in the town of Blonest and slowly get talking to the locals. Blonest is run down for lack of a better word. The county it's in has all but forgotten about it, and any issues that arise are sorted by the town's representative, Elmer, who really is in way over his head. The locals really are the star of the show here. There aren't many of them, so you do get to know each of them quite well and learn more about their personalities. I do wish that the relationship mechanics were a little more fleshed out here, but Discounty is much more focused on telling a story than focusing on replayability. I really enjoyed the much more linear approach the game has. It does a really good job of pacing out progress and making sure that you, the player, aren't getting overwhelmed, which is something that I personally struggle with in other life sim games. Let's talk about the supermarket itself. Discounty, a budget-friendly supermarket that prides itself on low prices while still having that premium look. Your goal with running the shop is really a full-day ordeal. From organizing and upgrading trade deals from some of the locals, to buying furniture like shelves, wallpaper, and flooring, and then ordering stock and stocking the shelves. It really can get a little hectic. The gameplay here is simple and fun, but it also has a very tactile feel. The minigame you get when you check out customers is so satisfying to learn, and it just gets even more fun as you start to memorize products and their prices. Eventually, you do unlock a scanner to help speed up this process, as more and more customers come in with even longer shopping lists, but I feel the early checkout mechanic never overstayed its welcome. You can also buy boosters, which are these little stands that will boost the appeal of certain products. Your shop floor can also build up dirt, which you need to clean on the fly, otherwise it'll slow down customers' shopping trips. Customers will come in with their little shopping lists and get what they need. They can also pick up impulse buys, which are influenced by your boosters. If they can't find a product or are waiting in line too long, they can become unhappy and even threaten to leave your store. At the end of the day, you're given a summary and a rating that will affect how many customers will enter your store going forward. I never felt too pressured by these demands, as they can always be fixed pretty easily. As your shop grows, the gameplay also evolves. I had so much stock in the late game that it almost became an inventory management game, figuring out exactly where I wanted to place my shelves and also accidentally overfilling the stockroom. The trade deal system was also something that was very thought out. Trade deals allow you to purchase certain local produce from the townsfolk. These trade deals can be upgraded depending on how much of the vendor's stock you sell, as well as progress tied to in-game quests. You can unlock perk points, which will gain you access to better prices or a larger quantity of product. These vendors restock weekly on specific days, so you really don't want to miss a week and realize you're out of a certain product. One of my favorite aspects of the game is the presentation. It's got a super nice pixel art style to it, but what really brings it all together is the lighting. At certain times of the day, like early morning or late afternoon, the lighting provides a certain feel that not many other games in this style can achieve. Paired with an awesome soundtrack that is varied and catchy, Discounty really focuses on delivering a package that is just easy on both the eyes and ears. The story was also another strong point for me. In my first impressions video for the game, I mentioned that something feels off about Blonest and its townsfolk, and while that's partially true, the overarching plot is much more focused on a close-knit community who are just fed up of being stepped on or forgotten. The problems this town and its people are facing are somewhat trivial in the grand scheme of things, but they're also grounded and real. The burning passion a lot of them have for the legacy of Blonest is inspiring, and quite often I felt on their side throughout the whole game. Overall, Discounty was a wonderful game about community and commerce. It didn't overstay its welcome, and I had an absolute blast seeing my supermarket grow from a small hole in the wall to a thriving, bustling store. I do wish there was a little more to do outside of work hours or on Sundays when the store is closed, But as the game goes on, you do really start to value all the time you have to make sure that your shop is operating as best as it can. Huge props to the team over at Crinkle Cut Games for providing me a copy of the game to review and for delivering an awesome game. If you enjoyed this review, leave a like or a comment and let me know what other games I should keep an eye on. And if you're looking for more reviews on cozy games, then a subscription is the best way to do so. That's all from me. I'll see you in another galaxy.